Hey, what's going on everybody? Game Geezer here, and today I wanted to talk about my new monitor, the PG258Q by Asus. And this is a 1080p monitor that runs at 240 Hz with a display port. And I wanted to talk about what makes this monitor so awesome. So let's get into it. Okay, so here's the PG258Q. You can see it's got some relatively thin bezels here. It does have an HDMI port, but do not use that for your computer because I think it's only going to run at like 57 Hertz or something like that, which is weird. Or 65, I don't know. It's just odd. Use the display port. It does come with this monitor. It also has the G-Sync and 3D vision, which is great. You can see that in the menu of the monitor, you can set it to where it will display the hertz that the monitor is running in real time, which correlates when you have G-Sync with FPS, so pretty awesome. They also have an option for a crosshair, and there was one other one, I don't remember what it is. But there's also an option in the menu to enable a LED to display in the bottom of the desk, and it'll display the ROG logo, but they also come with blanks that you can put in there. You can draw your own stuff, and I'm going to show you how to enable that real quick, and then we're also going to go over the monitor settings on this. Now you want to set it to racing mode and then follow the steps after. Okay, so to enable that, you just go to light and motion. It's kind of hard to see there, but level 3, you can see they got the logo there. You can change the brightness by going level 2, 1, and off, which is 0. I don't really care for it. So I leave mine off. I always set this to sleep. I think it was defaulted like that actually. Now I'm going to show you how to adjust the color settings to get the best color image out of this monitor right out of the box. So let's go to that. Make sure that OD is on normal and dark boost is none. And these are just my preferences. You don't have to take my word for it. I changed the brightness down to 25 because this monitor was super bright. Contrast to 50. Now you're going to go into color temp. You're going to go down to user mode. You're going to go to red. Change red to 96. Green to 98. Blue to 99. That right there will set you straight pretty well. Gamma to 2.2. And that should fix most of your color. There was one more setting I'm trying to find for you guys. If it asks about what mode to be in, I remember I set racing mode. See it up here, racing mode. I'm just trying to find out where it is in here. So anyways, if you come across that, change that to racing mode. I haven't played with the menu since I got the monitor, so sorry about that, but those are the color settings that I recommend. I got that from another channel, and it's they're great. So anyways, let's get on with it. Okay, so we've gone over how to set your monitor up with DisplayPort and get your colors set up, all that stuff. Now, I'll briefly show you the monitor here. You probably already know what it looks like, but you can see that the monitor easily will raise and lower. It's really great. It turns left and right just the same. You can actually flip it and make it vertical if you wanted to. I don't want to move all my stuff around, but you can if you want to do that, which actually is really convenient when you're plugging in cables. So I guess the first time you set it up, you can do that and then flip it, and you can plug your cables in. It's great. So I'll show you a little. Like it will go all the way. So there's that. On the back, you can see kind of like their theme they got. It's not too crazy, but some people might not like it. I think it's great. I'm basically an Asus fanboy, Asus, whatever you want to call them. Back since the AMD Athlon 64 was like the place to be, you know? So, anyways, that's pretty much the general of what you're going to get out of the box there of the monitor. And yeah. Okay, so overall, who is this monitor for? Well, it's basically for competitive gaming. That's what this monitor is for. This is a 1080p monitor, 240 hertz, with G-Sync enabled. It just runs so smooth. Now, the reason I bought this monitor is not for the quality of the resolution. 1080p is not that great, at least to today's standards. The whole reason I bought this monitor was because I'm addicted to this game down here, League of Legends. This is exactly what I wanted. Now, I have a crazy setup over here. I got an insane computer that I built. I got, insane everything. Internet, modems. I want everything to be all about speed on this computer. And the last thing I needed was a good monitor that could keep up. Now, this monitor here, basically, I used to play on a 60 hertz monitor and I went straight for 240. I played on 144 for a little bit at my friend's house, and I gotta say that the difference between 60 and 144 is insane, but the difference between 60 and 240 is just even more insane. This monitor here got me hooked on League of Legends all over again because it was like I was playing on a whole new machine. So what I mean by that is, whenever it was time for team fights or running in and trying to assassinate someone in the back line and getting out of there still alive, I'm now able to actually do that with this monitor. Because before, most things would be a blur, I would get stunned or something would happen. But now I'm able to actually see more of what's going on, and I'm able to make those really slick walks to the side to evade crazy skill shots. So since I bought this monitor, I've probably put in several extra hours of League of Legends that I normally don't do, just because I'm literally playing a whole different game now because of this monitor. So if you're on a 60 hertz monitor and you're okay with 1080p and you're just really wanting to up your game, yeah, this is gonna do it for you. This is gonna give you that edge that you need to see what's going on in such a smooth level, to the point where it's no longer gonna be the monitor's fault. It's no longer gonna be the computer's fault that you can't see what's happening or anything like that. As long as your machine can drive this. Everything is so smooth that it's literally like when something happens and you die, it is 1000% your fault. That's how smooth this game this game is now on this monitor. So would I recommend this monitor? It depends. If you're like me and you're really hooked on League of Legends or some kind of other competitive game and you want to get a little edge on somebody, then yes, I would say this is exactly what you're looking for. I'm actually about to hop on League myself, but I just wanted to go ahead and post this video because I've seen a lot of people who compare 144 to 240 and they're not that impressed. But honestly, I went from 60 to 240 and I'm super impressed. Now, I did play for a week on a 144, and while it was a really good experience, this is much better competitively for me, honestly. What I mean is, when I played on 60 hertz, I got used to playing on 60 hertz and playing more safe and all that stuff to make sure that I didn't get myself into a bad scenario. On the 144, I could see the game very smoothly and everything was good, but I had to adapt to the 144 hertz. Between my 60 and 144, it was kind of weird, like my timing was off. So that was kind of funny. But going from 60 to 240, I didn't need to adapt to anything. Like, I could see everything so fast that I could respond well enough to actually see that I'm playing much better on this monitor than on my 60 hertz or even the 144. So that's just a little advice from me. If you're kind of on the fence about this monitor, this is the real deal right here. As long as you got a machine that can power this thing, you're going to be extremely happy with it, as long as you're into competitive gaming. Now, if you're into stuff that just like, role-playing games or whatever, adventure games that have beautiful graphics and all that stuff, I would say you should just get a nice curve, like a fancy monitor, you know what I mean, with higher resolution. But they do have new stuff coming out soon, so you'll be able to get monitors in the future that are like 3840 by 1440 at 200 hertz. Those are coming down the pipeline. So Anyways, guys, I just wanted to post this video on this monitor. I think it's great. I'm really competitive on League of Legends. That's my addiction, and that's literally the whole reason I bought this monitor. And I just wanted to pass that on. So if you're like me and you're on a 60 hertz monitor, or you used to be, and you want an edge, pick one of these up. You will not be disappointed. Alright everybody, well that pretty much wraps it up here. Now just again, make sure you got a graphics card that can actually power this monitor to its full potential, because it would be a shame to buy such an awesome monitor for competitive gaming and still be, you know, around 100 FPS. And realistically, if you're at 100 FPS with G-Sync, you're only going to get 100 hertz. So make sure you can actually take advantage of this monitor, because I see people all the time who are running competitive games, and they're running, you know, between 100 and 144 FPS, and they're saying that there's no difference in this 240 hertz monitor. And it's like, well, of course there's no difference, because your FPS is not even high enough to reach the 240 mark. So while I've been playing League of Legends, it's a fairly easy game to run. I've been at the 240 mark, you know, the entire time I play on it. So I'm actually able to take full advantage of it. So just as long as you got a decent graphics card, you should be all right. And that's pretty much the setup, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys think, and see y'all next time.